Okay, in this video we're going to look at angles and polygons. What a polygon is a shape with straight sides. I've drawn or printed out all the regular polygons here from 3 sides up until 10 sides. So let's just run through those. A triangle, equilateral triangle, is the regular polygon with 3 sides. Regular means all the angles are the same size and all the sides are the same side. Quadrilateral, that would be a square, all the angles the same, sides the same. Regular pentagon, 5 sides. Regular hexagon, 6 sides. Regular heptagon, 7 sides. Regular octagon, 8 sides. Regular nonagon, 9 sides, and a regular decagon, 10 sides. The angles add up to, in each of these shapes, in a it adds up to 180 degrees. Quadrilateral, 360. Pentagon, 540. Hexagon, 720, heptagon, 900, an octagon, 1080, nonagon, 1260, and a decagon, 1440. Now, it's interesting to note that a triangle is 180 degrees. You will have seen that much further down in your math studies or in previous years. A quadrilateral adds up together to give you 360. You should know these two. Now, as you add each side, so as you go from 4 sides to 5 sides, you add on another 180. As you go from 5 sides to 6 sides, you add on another 180. 6 sides to 7 sides, another 180. And each time you add a side, you add another 180 on. So to find out what the angles would add together to give you in a 11-sided shape, you would add 180 on to 1440. There is another way to work that out, and that's by using the formula, and I'm just going to show you that now. Okay, to find the sum of the interior angles, so what the angles inside the shape, what they add up to, use the formula n take away 2, n's the number of sides, take away 2, and then you times it by 180. So you take 2 off the number of sides, and then you times it by 180. So for a triangle, it's got 3 sides, you take away 2 is 1, and then times by 180 is 180. So the angles in a triangle add up to give 180. For instance, an octagon, 8 sides, 8 take away 2 is 6, and then you do 6 times 180, which is 1080. If, for instance, you had a 100-side shape, you do 100 take away 2 is 98, and times by 180, and that would tell you what all the angles inside of the shape would add up to. So this formula is quite useful. Okay, so let's have a look at some examples. So the question says, find the sum of the interior angles of a polygon with 20 sides. So remember our formula was n take away 2 times 180. So get your scientific calculator, and you're going to take 2 off the number of sides, and you're going to times by 180. So you're going to do 20 take away 2, which is 18. Press equals at that point, because remember this has got brackets around it, so you want to do the sum in 2 separate steps. You're going to want to take 2 off do 20 take away 2, and then times by 180. Alternatively, you could use the brackets on the calculator. So 20 take away 2 is 18, and then times by 180 gives an answer of 3,240. So the angles in a 20-sided shape add together to give 3,240. This sum of the interior angles means what do the angles inside the shape add up together to give. Okay, here's another question. It says a regular polygon has 12 sides. Find the size of each interior angle. So in other words, it wants to know what each one of the angles will add, or what each one of the angles is. So let's find out what they all add up together to give, what the sum of the angles is. So n take away 2 times 180. So there's 12 sides, so you do 12 take away 2 is 10 times 180, which equals 1,800. That means that degrees. So that means that all the angles inside of the shape add together to give 1,800. So we need to find the size of each of the interior angles. Because it's regular, it means all the angles are the same. So all 12 angles are the same. So if you divide 1,800 by 12, you'll find the size of one angle. So get your scientific calculator and do 1800 divided by 12. When you do that, you get 150 degrees. So it means each of the angles is 150 degrees because you do 1800 divided by 12. Sure, you're working out there to be 150 degrees. Okay, another question. The sum of the interior angles of a polygon is 3960 degrees, and I want to know how many sides this polygon has. So remember the formula: n take away 2 times 180 is what the angles inside of the shape added together to give, or the sum of the interior angles. Now we know that is 3960, so that equals 3960. So we just need to solve this equation. So we're going to divide by 180. So we're going to divide both sides by 180. So that would give you n minus 2 equals. And then using your scientific calculator, you can do 3960 divided by 180 to give 22. So you get 22. Then you need to get rid of the minus 2. So we're going to add 2 to both sides. So you get n equals 24. If you wanted to use it using just working backwards, remember we took away 2, then times by 180. So if you divide your answer by 180 and then add 2, you'll get your answer, just working using the inverses. We're now going to look at exterior angles. So as you know, polygons have interior angles inside the shape. They also have exterior angles. And if you carry on the sides and consider the angle bound between that line and the next side, they're what we call exterior angles. Here's a regular pentagon, and it's got 5 exterior angles. Now inside of the angles, we know that the interior angles are 108 degrees each, because if you do 540 divided by 5, you get 108. That means that the outside angle is 72 degrees. So first rule is interior angle plus exterior angle will always add together to give you 180 degrees, because the interior angle and the exterior angle make a straight line. Next thing to consider is, here you can see that this angle is 72 degrees, this angle is 72 degrees, this angle is 72 degrees, and so on. So all 5 exterior angles are 72 degrees. 72 times 5 is 360. That would work for all regular polygons. If you consider an equilateral triangle, the interior angle is 120. The interior angle is 60. The exterior angle would be 120. 320 is 360. So all exterior angles, sum of exterior angles for regular or irregular polygons is 360 degrees. Okay, here we've got a section of a regular polygon. We don't know how many sides it's got because we only can see that it's got 1, 2, 3 sides. You can see that it's marked on an exterior angle. Here's the interior angle, and here's the exterior angle. What we need to do is, the question has asked us to work out how many sides the shape has got. Now we know that the sum of the exterior angles, the sum of the outside angles, is 360 degrees. So if we add it together, this exterior angle, the next exterior angle, the next one, and all the exterior angles, they will all add up together to give you 360 degrees. So if you divide 360 degrees by the size of each exterior angle, which is 20 degrees, you should be able to work out how many exterior angles there's going to be. So if you do 360 divided by 20, you get there's 18 exterior angles. If there's 18 of these outside angles, that means there's 18 angles, which means that this shape has got 18 sides. So that means that this regular polygon has got 18 sides.